Hello you guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Evita Cooks and Preps. I hope you're all having a great holiday season. And I'm back to share more of my family recipes and secrets after a long-awaited vacation and time with my family. Today's recipe is more of a cooking tip or secret. And I don't know about you, but most of the time when I get inspired for baking, it's usually either late in the day or late at night. And it never fails that when I decide to begin baking, I go to gather all my ingredients and find that I'm missing some of the key ingredients that I need for the recipe. Specifically, some of those specialty flours like bread flour and cake flour, like it is the case today. I went to make a cake and I realized that I was all out of my favorite cake flour. And today I have for you a way of making your own homemade cake flour using 2 ingredients. So the first being all-purpose flour. Let's see if I can open this without getting flour all over the counter or the floor, or even my face for that matter. And the next ingredient is cornstarch. These are actually very good canisters. As you can see, they suction perfectly, and I will do my best to remember to leave the link for these canisters in the description box below the video. And I'm very happy with them. They were a little bit pricey, but actually worth every penny. And anyway, what we're going to need is, like I said, all-purpose flour and cornstarch. And the formula basically is 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I have been measuring it separately because I need more than 1 cup for the cake recipe I'm making, but for the purpose of today's video and demonstration, I'm going to do it separately for you, tapping it. So you want to get it as close to a cup as possible. To be honest with you, when I bake, I like to weigh the flour. That way you get a more accurate measurement. But for today's video, we're just going to eyeball it. And I have, like I said, 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And we're going to be mixing in some cornstarch. But before we do that, we are going to remove 2 tablespoons of the pre-measured all-purpose flour. That's 1. That's right. We went ahead and measured 1 cup of flour. Now we're removing 2 tablespoons of that flour because we're going to replace the flour with the cornstarch. So to the flour, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, which is the amount of flour that we removed. Okay, that's 1. Like I said, try to level it so you can get it as close to the tablespoon as possible. And all there's left to do is to mix it so we can blend it together. And just like that, we've made our very own homemade cake flour, which happens to be a blend of all-purpose flour and cornstarch. So you see, even when you think that you need to have all these different flours on hand, it's not always the case. In fact, I do the same with the bread flour, and there's different ways that you can formulate your very own mixes depending on the recipe you're making. And for those of you that like to experiment with different flours, like I said, the difference between cake flour and all-purpose flour is that it's a mixture of all-purpose and cornstarch. Other than that, they're about the same. The only thing that varies is the percentage of protein on each individual flour. Once you've blended the all-purpose flour with the cornstarch, you can use this flour in any recipe that calls for cake flour. And this is the secret to the famous cake flour. And for more delicious recipes and tutorials like this one, consider subscribing to the channel, like, share, and comment for the YouTube algorithms, and activate the bell so you never miss out on any of my videos. And until next time, I'm Evita, Cooks and Preps. Happy baking, everyone. You really have to try it.